Greetings everyone. I know it's been a while and I know I said that in my last video. I'll just get it right off the bat. I'm a horrible procrastinator. While I do want to do this channel, I have a lot of other things going on and I know that that is not an excuse, but I'm finally reaching a point in my life where things are starting to get a little more settled. In the video that I did last time, which was a year and 2 months ago now, I was still in Illinois. I am happy to say that I have made it back home to South Carolina. Being back home, I am starting to feel more comfortable in myself and starting to have more support from people around me to start doing what I actually want to do. And that's actually why I'm doing this right now, is because today when I was at work, I have the ability to draw when I'm at work, so I have my sketchbook out. Someone told me that if you say try, you're never gonna do it. Some of the things they said just really stuck with me, and I'm like, okay, I keep saying that I want to do this and I want to make videos, and I don't do it. Kicking myself for that procrastination is something that I'm actively working on, so here we are. This is a video that I wanted to do for a while, but before I get into what I'm actually doing over here, and you can't see what I've got beside me here, I wanted to introduce myself a little bit. My name is Savannah. I will mostly be going by Vanna. The reason I chose Soulsand as my name is because of a song by Government Mule that I would highly suggest listening to, and I will probably link it. Soulsand is just what makes you feel good in your soul, what makes you feel happy, and that's what this is going to be. This channel is going to be whatever makes me feel happy. It's going to be a hodgepodge mess to some people. It might not have a sense of identity because it's not just one thing. That's also me. I'm not just one thing. I am an enigma and I'm proud of it. I am surrounded by people who are trying to support me creatively. I want to give back to them, and I also want to record this part of my life while I'm creating everything that I'm working towards, because it is not only going to be a show for myself as I grow and develop and actually move towards the things that I've been saying that I wanted to do for the past few years. Also, I want to be able to show my family this one day, but I'm going to be able to have shared experiences with my mom, who is starting her own channels, and I'm so proud of her for that. And my uncle is actually Murdock from Grand Life Adventure. I will of course link him, and I've actually been in a couple of one of his videos, and we're planning a couple now. There's people around me that already want to or are actively doing this, so I'm like, stop f***ing off. And as a full disclosure, I swear a lot. I'm 22, okay, so just get used to it if you're gonna stay around here. What I am doing is something very special. For ease of understanding, I am an earth witch that works very closely with that element. Being Taurus sun, Virgo moon, and Capricorn rising, I am triple earth in my zodiac signs. It's the element that I feel the closest connection to. When I am casting or doing a spell or something like that, I have created something that I call Soulsand, which is a special salt mixture. Any witch worth their salt knows how important it is to have your own energy mixed in with your casting. And if the talk of magic and witchcraft is frightening to you, I understand. The stigma around witchcraft is something I'm going to try to sort out, I guess would be. I don't want people to be afraid of me or people like me. If you feel this connection to nature or the universe or the energies, I don't want you to feel like you're alone or that you're crazy. Something I want to try and accomplish with this platform here is at least shifting the idea around the word witchcraft. I digress. That is probably another topic for another day. My Soulsand is a very special mixture to me. It is made up of different parts of salt and other things that give my castings an extra bit of power. As you can see, it is very empty, and this is the same container I've been using it for since I was like 17. Ironically enough, I came up with the name of Soulsand before I came up with Soulshine. I just found it funny how that correlated. Today, I am going to be making a new batch of Soulsand to kind of show any little baby witches or anyone, if you want to create your own salt mixture, here's an example. And it's going to be special and unique to everyone. This is just what makes me feel the best and what I like to use. And these are some of the things that I have collected around to use with this. I have already smudged and washed my container with my sage stick and palo over here, so now it smells amazing in my room as well. I have my green agate mortar and pestle which is just gorgeous. And this is what we're gonna use to grind everything up and get it into a nice mixture. I have eggshells here that have been dried, and I have removed the inner membrane of it because that membrane gets very papery. I just frankly don't like that when it comes to my eggshells. Eggshells are used for protection. Of course, soul sand needs salts. I have here coarse grained salt, but you can use fine salt if you want. You can use a mixture of fine salt and coarse salt, but I just prefer to use the more natural coarse stuff. In this little vial, I have ground up dragon's blood resin powder. In this bag, I have dragon's blood incense powder. And dragon's blood is so important for me to have in my soul sand because it has so much protection qualities. It smells amazing. It's just one of my favorite ingredients. These two are actually new things that I'm adding in. This is agrimony for protection and expelling negativity. I'm going to be adding this into my collection. And then this is angelic root for enhancing female magic, protection, and strength. Not that gender or anything really matters when it comes to magic. I call myself a witch, but anyone can be a witch. You don't even have to use that title if you don't want to. That's just what I use. So like, if you're a guy and you want to be called a witch, call yourself a witch. It doesn't really matter. For myself, I felt like these two things, the angelic root and the agrimony, are just something I felt compelled to add to this batch. Because this is the first time I'm making a full new batch since I was 16, and I'm 22 now. I've added on to this one a little bit here and there. I haven't made a full one. Every witch and every person is different into what they have and what they like, and that's why every batch of soul sand will be special. You don't even have to call it soul sand. We are going to just get into grinding up some ingredients as soon as I figure out a good camera angle. So to start off with, we are going to give ourselves a generous amount of sea salt, and we're just gonna dump all these eggshells in there. We are going to put in our dragon's blood powders. We have our dragon's blood incense powder, which smells amazing. Just occurred to me, but you can save your smudge sticks and stuff and add the ash into something like this. And I'm pretty sure I have some somewhere, and if I find it, I will add it. And if not, it just won't go in. The agrimony and the angelic root. And we get this to a nice consistency that is similar to this. So while you're grinding it, it's good to imagine and visualize what it is you want from this. I did find my smudging ash, so that's in there now, so all my fingers are going black. It is a very powerful additive that I wanted to have in this. And so during the process of me grinding this down, I'm just imagining like a shield of light protecting me and my energy. That kind of visualization and intention is what makes your magic strong, because you're actively putting your energy into it. And here we have a brand new batch of soul sand. This took about 2 mortar and pestles full to fill up. Now we're going to add in the old batch and a couple of things that I wanted to add in this. This is an acorn that I picked up in Illinois last winter, and there's a wise tale that said if you pick up the first acorn that you find in the fall and carry it with you through the winter for prosperity. And this has been with me ever since, and I feel like it wanted to go in there anyway, so we're gonna add it. And then this is the hematite ring that I had recently and that broke. I am very happy with this new batch. It has some rough bits and it has some fine powder, and to me, this is perfect. It's also very satisfying with this little spoon. So we're gonna hopefully not make a mess all over my rug. And that is a very full jar of soul sand. That makes me happy. I hope it gave you some insight and inspiration to make your own. And if you do, I would love to hear the recipes. What I speak of here is just things that I have learned in my own experience in the past few years of my life. Like I said, I've been a witch for over 10 years, but only more actively practicing and learning since I was about 16. There's always something new to learn. Don't ever stop trying to learn, because you're just just blocking yourself from ever growing again. There's always something more to learn about. There's always something more to do. Get out there and spread your light. I love you all, and hopefully it won't be another year before I have another video. And yep, that went everywhere. Any little baby witches, dragon's blood powders, if I don't spill it all over my carpet. We're just gonna go with it. If you're a guy and you want to be called a witch, call yourself a witch.